Okay, here I am. I'm trying to get a bunch of these in before I go back to work because I won't have time, nor will I feel like doing them. I thought I'd do another herb. It's calendula. Now, this is a beautiful herb, very magical, very useful. It's also called marigold, or some people say it's marigold. Um, the Latin name is Calendula officinalis, and the main folk name you'll hear it called is flower of the sun, not sunflower, just flower of the sun. Um, it's typically used for skin issues like itching. It's been used for yeast infections in women, or there can also be yeast infections in the mouth. I guess you could um, swish it around your mouth. It's also a Samhain herb. Um, it's used for protection, love, luck, in sun rituals. It's just an all around herb. There are so many. Um, Also, it's another one that they can agree if it's male or female, um, because the plant itself evidently has both uh, male and female parts. Um, so you just have to figure that one out yourself. I'm running across several of these plants that are like this. Um, and it being so connected to the sun, then you would automatically know that the ruling planet would be the sun. Um, the sign is Leo. The ruling deity is Apollo, and it rules the third chakra or your solar plexus. There you go again, solar. So, and if you look at it in its natural growing form, it does kind of resemble a small sunflower. The color is almost the same. Um, I think I showed this to y'all the other night. Um, as you can see, I have the dried flower form, and it as I told y'all before, it kind of looks like tobacco or confetti in the dried form. I'm gonna have it everywhere. You may get some little buds like this. It's almost the color of hay, isn't it? But this is the flower and the bud, everything all together, just dried. Um, it's got the consistency, the feel of tobacco. Looks like tobacco. But this is the entire flower, every part of the flower. Um, there's no stems in here. Um, it's just the flower, the petals. Um, it even honestly kind of smells like a top of sweet tobacco. That's just what it reminds me of. Um, it's used a lot in beauty spells, protection spells, um, anything to do with dreaming. Of course, in sun rituals, if you do those, um, anything that requires fire energy, legal spells, money, love, psychic powers, prevents evil from entering your home. Um, to gain respect, And at Samhain, it's used as an herb that to honor your ancestors. Uh, and it's one of those flowers that, like a lot of the marigolds, um, rise and set with the sun. You know, when the sun comes out, the flowers open, and when it goes down, you know, or morning glories, when the sun goes down, they close back up. Um, it works really well with marshmallow and mullein for medical reasons. You can combine it with roses to dispel the grief of a lost love. You know, if you have a breakup or a divorce or whatever, um, you can use them two together. Um, the medicinal properties of it, as usual, it's the flower. That's probably why I just got the flower, because that's, if not the only part, mainly the only part used. Um, it's used to make medicine to prevent muscle spasms, start menstruation, and reduce fever. Also for sore throats and mouth issues, menstrual cramps, um, cancer, stomach and duodenal ulcers. The duodenal meaning the small, it refers to the small intestine. Um, yeast infections, diarrhea, and it's a digestive remedy. It's a type of marigold, as I said. It's an antibacterial and antiviral, and it has an antifungal, which therefore is good for the yeast infections, because yeast is a yeast infection is a fungal infection. Um, it's soothing to the skin and helps heal any skin conditions like your rashes or what have you. And relieving all these symptoms is also why it's said to reduce pain. It's used in lotions, ointments, soaps, um, and it has been used as a substitute for saffron. It's usually used in tea. Hey, Carla. Now, the side effects, there aren't very many, if any. Okay. They're pretty much unlikely, but if if you're allergic, like I said, you don't know if you're allergic to something a lot of times until you um, take it, ingest it. Um, but you know, it could be rash, itching, swelling, dizziness, and trouble breathing. Any other, you know, just like your typical um, uh, allergic reactions to things, um, allergy symptoms. Um, and now, if you're allergic to ragweed and you know that, I wouldn't use it internally. You could still use it in your spells, but I wouldn't ingest it. Um, as far as the beauty spells and stuff, I mean, it's one of those all around universal herbs to me. Uh, it's beautiful. It's kind of like allspice and all that. So I guess you can use it for just about anything you want. You know, I mean, as I always say, do your own research. You may find something that I didn't, but it is really a very, very nice herb. Um, I have another one that I was going to do, but I don't think I will. I'll wait. I'm going to do one on pennyroyal. I swear the last three herbs that I have done or will have done are both male and have both male and female properties. Um, Well, I'll just go ahead and do it. No, I won't, because I didn't title it. I just said calendula. But yes, it can be used for anything. Um, it's a magnificent herb. Now, as far as the female yeast infection, me coming from the medical side, I honestly don't know how you would go about that unless you made some kind of ointment. And honestly, most people, the ointment that they usually make is something that you would rub on your skin. It's not the ointment that would be used to um, insert for that. So I'm not really sure how you could do that. Um, I'm not really sure how you do that. I wouldn't even begin to try to tell you. I mean, I have my own little ideas, but um, I'm not one of these that turn to these herbs strictly for treatment without the consultation of a doctor. Only because I'm also in the medical field, and I just like backup. I'm really picky about what goes in my body in any shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would go about doing that, Carla. um, I guess if any way you ingest it, and if you make teas out of it, um, you know, anything that goes inside your body is going to affect other parts. But since how that part of us, especially in the females, isn't actually part of the digestive tract, unless your body just absorbs it somehow somewhere, and I still don't see how it would get into the vaginal canal unless you purposely insert it in there. I don't know. I guess honestly, if I had to make an educated guess, I would say boil it up. Um, of course, drain it, and put it in a douche for a female yeast infection. Now, everybody don't go do that, and don't go tell your doctor some witch on here told you to do that. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out any other way you could get it up there, because you couldn't possibly make the foam and the cream that's used for that, the monostat and stuff like that, isn't you. I don't know how you could create that. Not saying you couldn't, but right, right. And that's what I tell everybody when I do these herbs. Um, it's like you do what you want. I'll tell you what they have been known to be used for, even if it's not my preference. Um, I just kind of give it an all in all roundabout thing. But yeah, I don't. I'm even picky about teas. Like I can't buy these herbs online and actually make a tea out of it and consume it. It just, and I'm not saying that these companies shouldn't be trusted, that they're not, outstanding companies. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just paranoid. No. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, and, you know, the information that you gather on some of these, uh, some things will tell you one way and some things will tell you others. Depends on where you do your research. Just like on this pennyroyal that I'm going to do next on my very next video. It depends on who you talk to, which doctor has, dissected and studied these plants, what they're going to tell you that these plants are. And all three of the last ones I've done have male and female properties. They're bisexual plants. I haven't had that happen, but one other time in all the herbal videos I've done, and now I've got three of them right all in a row together. The last three that I've purchased, but I don't know. I mean, that's why I always stress: do your own research. You can take what I've said and maybe combine it with other things and other research, but always do your own. I'm not going to be blamed. Disclaimer: use your own judgment. Some of these herbs, they're toxic if used in certain ways. It just all depends. So, I mean, I don't know. But that's Calendula. I got that one up now. And I think last night, or not before now, I did the Meadow Sweet or whatever before this. So, or Queen of the Meadow. That was another one that just baffled me, confused the crap out of me. I'm sure it would confuse somebody that really don't know anything at all about it. So you're right, Carla. I don't know. It all depends on who you talk to. So, I mean, I guess I can go ahead and do the penny roll. I'll just have to go back. Okay, we'll see you later, hon. Good night or good day. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, with that, I'm going to close this. I may or may not, I don't know, come back with penny roll. I'm kind of on a roll right now, so I like to get them out when I'm in the mood to do them. Anyway, I may or may not see you in just a sec. Bye-bye.